welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing a reading for you for each sign where we're going to be diving in and we're going to be seeing what are the energies that you can expect moving into 2025. Now, there's definitely a big shift that's taking place for us. We are going to be saying goodbye to 2024, moving into 2025. I'm going to start off this reading briefly discussing the energies that we can expect in 2025 generally for the general public. Then I will be going into each and every sign, briefly seeing what comes out for you. And then I'm going to see what your important message is and what you can expect. Okay, so we're just going to see what's going to come out for you. In this reading, what you can expect to hear anything that you need to know. It could be about your financial situation. It could be about your love situation. It could be just simply about your environment, maybe your spirituality, the things that you're currently going through. So let's hop right in. I'm going to pull some cards to see what we can expect generally for the general public moving forward in 2025. Now we are going to have Mars retrograding until, I believe, May. So there's going to be a lot of this, I feel, with Mars in retrograde, because Mars usually, when it's direct, we're talking about the male energy, okay? The male energy of war. It's the god of war, right? So with it being retrograde, I feel like there could be a lot of frustration connected to our environment and the things that we're going through. And we've been seeing a lot of changes happening. A lot of things have been coming out in the news. A lot of truth has been coming out. So there's almost this pent up energy, okay, when it comes to the things that are going on in our life, and we're letting go now of the illusion that we've been living in, okay? So the first card that we have is the King of Swords, okay? And the King of Swords primarily is talking about logic. The King of Swords is very logical, and the King of Swords is not someone who backs down, okay, when issues show up. So I feel like for the general public right now, moving into 2025, we are learning to trust our ability to make strategic decisions, okay? So we're making some sort of changes in terms of how we think, how we speak, how we communicate. And it's interesting because behind the King of Swords, you will see here some butterflies, right? So it's almost like we're setting ourselves free. And it says, I trust my ability to make strategic decisions. Okay, I feel very strongly this has a lot to do with our work and how we dedicate ourselves every day to our existence in general. We have the Six of Cups. So of course the Six of Cups represents the things that we're leaving behind, right? This is what the Six of Cups is primarily talking about. Okay. It says, I remember and treasure past happiness. Okay. I'm just going to shut this off because it's super cold here and I need a heater in the back of me. Because if I don't, I'm going to freeze to death. Okay. Now let's get back to the reading. So one of the things that popped out to me in this reading for you, the general reading that we're doing, is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is about work. Okay. This is about how you make your money, how you work. If you haven't heard already, you know, I'm in Canada. There's been a strike with Canada Post, and a lot of people have been underpaid and they've been literally forced to work, working for minimal amounts of money, right? So, you know, I feel like how we work and the things that we contribute to the jobs that we're in is going to change, okay? How we work, the way we work is going to change. Now, of course, I did mention this in one of my videos before where I talked primarily about Pluto being in Capricorn. And of course, in Western astrology, it's moved into Aquarius. But it never really moved into Aquarius. It's still in Capricorn. However, the house systems may change, but the sign remains the same. Okay. So essentially, Pluto is still in Capricorn, and whatever we thought we seen previously before 2020 is actually happening now. There's a lot of changes happening in the financial system. There's a lot of changes happening in the banking systems. All of that you're going to see in 2025, and it's going to be something that is going to be very difficult for us to let go of because we're so accustomed to living a certain way. We're so accustomed to going out and asking somebody for a job and applying for a job. And we're going to realize very soon that if we truly want to be happy within ourselves, we have to be willing to let go of the past. We need to let go of our ideologies, connected to the past in order to move towards the stability that we're looking for. So I see for many people, they're going to know what they want to do. Like mentally, they're going to know and have a vision of what they want. And I feel many people are going to start to create these expectations within themselves, expecting to have a higher pay, expecting to have a more stable job, expecting to be respected on the job, all of these things, right? I know a lot of you have contacted me to do personal readings for you where you've mentioned to me about your job or your career. And I feel for a lot of us, we're going to come to this realization that any jobs that we're in moving into 2025 that we're not satisfied with, there will be conflict. Okay. There will be some sort of conflict. There will be some sort of, Five of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, there will be some sort of challenge connected to the job or the work that you do, especially if you're in a job right now where you're not happy and you're not satisfied with it. So you can fight all day. You can fight all day and say, I want things this way. I want things that way. And when it's not, when it doesn't end up being that way for you, I do feel like a lot of you are possibly going to hit rock bottom, okay, temporarily. Because in order for you to change and see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's important that you recognize what needs to be let go of. And I feel like what a lot of you are realizing is there will be an important decision that you have to make about trading your time for money. Okay. So if you're somebody who you're in a 9-to-5 or you're in a job where you're trading your time for money, we're moving out of that era, okay? And that's what Pluto's doing in Capricorn in sidereal astrology. So when we talk about sidereal, that's actually what's happening in the sky. Western is always a prediction of what's coming. So technically, not until 2039, Pluto will not be in the sky in Aquarius. Pluto will not be in Aquarius until 2039. So really, that's the technical age. We're talking about robots. We're talking about being in virtual reality. We're talking about all of that. That's not going to happen until later, but we're preparing for that, right? Because we're leaving the old world. And I feel 2024 is going to be one of the last years where we actually see, where we actually see a normal world, okay? And a normal world is, trading time for money, working on the job, Capricorn energy. So a lot of you are going to realize that as much as you want this change to happen, it's hard to let go of this ideology. So I feel like that's something that's going to be really challenging. And of course, we see that with the Six of Cups, because the Six of Cups is what? The Six of Cups is everything that we've experienced from our past, and the Hierophant is very much connected to what we're committed to, okay? So I feel like the changes that are coming in have a lot to do with letting go of things that are not a part of our vision, okay? And this is for the general public. So, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but I feel like that's going to be the common theme. So if you're asking me, hey, Monica, what's going to be the common theme for 2025? Well, the common theme here is a shift in perspective and how we work. Okay. Even if you're self-employed, the way you work, it may end up changing. Okay. Because of these changes, they're not going to be people who are entrepreneurs and self-employed. They're not going to be immune to these changes. It's going to be a part of the changes. Now I pulled a card, and I feel by pulling this card, I'm giving you a solution. I'm giving you some sort of insight and guidance in how you can navigate this change. And the card that we got here is the Knight of Fire, and it says passion, charismatic, confidence, and restlessness. So one of the things that we're learning to do in our day-to-day work, as people that are providing services to people, whether you're in business, whether you are somebody who is in stocks, whatever you're in, it doesn't matter. Nobody is immune to this. We have the dolphin. And I highly recommend that you check out what the dolphin represents. I do believe that the dolphin has this frequency of sound waves, right? You know, they can pick up on certain frequencies, especially, you know, knowing when a mother is pregnant and all of that. So I really do feel that when we move into 2025, we're moving into this era of becoming more intuitive, okay? A lot of us are waking up. Every single day we're waking up. We're becoming more smart. We're becoming more conscious of the things that are taking place in our life. And for you to increase your financial situation or just simply change your work situation to a better direction of what you want, look at the Knight of Fire. And the Knight of Fire is someone who's passionate, charismatic, confident, and restless, okay? So this means that if you are moving into a change when it comes to your income, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your money, make sure that you're passionate about what you're doing. Make sure you're charismatic. And I think that's something that a lot of us have lost along the way. People are just kind of doing what they're doing because it's monotonous or they need to do it or they're forced to do it in a way, right? So the value and the quality in the products that we're seeing every day has decreased because of that, because people are just simply working and trading time. You know, you go in somewhere to a shop and people are just standing around and talking. They really don't want to be there. So, you know, keep in mind that if you are in a job, whatever you're doing, hopefully you're charismatic about the situation. Hopefully you like being there and you like doing it, okay? It's something that just should come naturally to you. It shouldn't feel like a job. And this is going to be a part of the transition that a lot of us are going to be going through. And it's going to be a choice with the Two of Pentacles. It's going to be a choice. Okay, you can choose it. You know, you don't have to. And your intuition is going to tell you where you need to be. You know, if you're over giving to a situation and it's not giving you what you need back, then that's something that, you know, you need to consider. So let's talk about this. What is this solution? What is the message here for 2025 for the general public when it comes to the finances? Because this is the main message here. It's not really about love. It's about the finances. Okay. And it says an opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Right away, this needs your attention. It says, moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. And I just mentioned that with the High Priestess here. Love it. So essentially, if you're in a place right now as the general collective and you feel stuck and you feel like you don't know what is going on, listening to that inner voice is going to tell you, okay? And again, this is a general beginning of the reading. So, you know, depending on your situation, it's very, very important that you are recognizing that inner voice. And when it's telling you that it's time to maybe change the type of work you're doing, that might be the message for you here. And to listen to that intuitive feeling, right? So follow that intuition is going to be key here. So I feel like that's the main message for the collective. So let's hop right into the readings now for each sign. I'm going to have the signs linked below. So if you want the details, it will be linked below. Okay. So let's see what's going on for the sign of Aries. Okay, so the main message here is the Seven of Wands. It says, I actively hold true to my values, okay? That's the first card. So in 2025, the way you have been perceiving reality is going to shift major, okay? So if you had one belief at the beginning of the year, you no longer believe that. I feel like 2025 for you, Aries, is a year of major awakenings for you, major transformations. You're definitely realizing something in your life that's been very toxic for quite some time needs your attention, okay? It needs your attention here. So what you can expect moving into 2025 is a major transformation that is connected to your values. Okay, so what you believe, what you value. Maybe at one point you said to yourself, you know, I value being in a relationship. I value being connected to a partner. Whereas now you're saying, I'm okay being on my own. That could be what some of you feel. 2025 is about your satisfaction. It's about you truly stepping out into the world and learning how to be happy within yourself. This is the overall energy for you. The Five of Wands here with the Four of Pentacles is indicating that a lot of you are in some sort of conflict at the beginning of the year. And this conflict has a lot to do, again, with values, what you believe and what you don't believe. And I think the main message here for you, Aries, is not to force yourself to believe or go along with what everybody else thinks you should be doing. You are a highly independent thinker. And I think 2025, moving into 2025, what's really important to you, and you know, you can get a pen and paper and write this down so you remember, is your values and what is important to you. You are the Ram, you are the first sign of the zodiac, which means that essentially as the first sign of the zodiac, you are somebody who is creating your own reality. You're an independent thinker. So always remember that you're an independent thinker, and always remember that you're creating this life that you want. It's nobody else's fault. It's nobody else's problem. You don't need to rely on other people. You're very strong, and you have an ability to pioneer your way through to some sort of new direction or new beginning. You're moving into a new direction, and you're moving very quickly. I see you also having many goals moving into 2025, and you're going to be accomplishing these goals. I see you creating something. So you can be crafting something, creating something. Some of you may end up getting pregnant, okay? If you're looking to get pregnant, or you may have a child in 2025. One of the things that I feel is a bit of a warning here that you need to be aware of is your relationships, okay? So entertaining relationships that are not consistent or not a part of your value system, Seven of Wands and the Devil, is going to be really important for you to remember, because moving into 2025, you no longer are living this kind of lifestyle where you may have thought one way of how things should be, and now you're thinking, okay, things need to be different. So eventually over time, I feel like you meet somebody. If you're single or you're interested in a relationship, you're going to eventually meet somebody. And whoever it is that you end up meeting, this person, you have the Lovers, you end up meeting somebody who it's almost as if you were meant to meet this person. It's a part of your destiny, okay, to meet this person. And although you may feel at some point that this person that you meet may or may not be the one, over time, you're going to start to see that the more you hold true to your values, the more the right person comes into your life. The more you go against your values and go against the things that you believe, the more you end up in this toxic energy, okay? So what is really great about Aries is that you're able to stand by your principles, and you're able to create this level of structure within your life. And what's beautiful now, your ruler Mars is going to remain being retrograde until May. So even around your birthday, Mars is still going to be retrograde in 2025. But a lot of this Mars energy is going to be internalized. Okay, it's going to be internalized. So I do strongly feel for many of you that there's going to be a choice here, okay? And the choice is going to be either to stick to your values or to completely not stick to your values. It's going to be up to you. There's a lot of this manifesting energy with the Magician here. And I feel if this is about your work or your financial situation, the more you collaborate with other people in 2025, the more you're going to be able to earn more money. So if you're trying to find ways to earn more money, it's very important that you decide whether or not you're going to collaborate. Okay. Collaboration is key for Aries at this time, because that's going to determine your success. And of course, when we're talking astrologically, the 7th house is ruled by Libra. Okay. And Libra is your financial house. Your financial house is the 2nd house, which is Taurus, but Taurus also shares the same planet as Libra, which is Venus. So the 7th house and the 2nd house are the primary domains that are going to affect your financial situation. Okay. Now, let me shuffle the cards. I didn't shuffle enough, so let me shuffle for you. What is the overall solution message for you for 2025? You have the Four of Air and you have the koala. Okay, you have the koala. So cute. The koala, it's cuddling up. So cute. Okay, it says koala. It says, thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring you answers you seek. So 2025 is about, really, especially the beginning of 2025, although you may be in this place of always wanting to take action, going for it, doing it, taking action, the message here is to really sit back and chill, okay? At least for the first part of the year, because there is this need to really meditate and seek for answers within. And I talked about that in the general reading, where as soon as we enter into 2025, our intuition is going to be heightened. Everything is going to be heightened to a higher level. So rushing in and doing things without thinking is not advised. Four of Air is about resting, healing, really going within and healing your body. And that's what I feel like you're being called to do moving into the new year. Okay. So this is what I have for you, Aries. We're going to move on to the next sign. Okay, we're going to move on to the sign of Taurus. Okay, you have the Six of Cups. A lot of you, I feel, in 2025, moving from 2024 to 2025, you are definitely letting go of something here in your life that has crumbled. It just simply doesn't work or function the way that you want it to. I feel like there's a bit of this toxic energy, Taurus. I'm going to keep it real with you. I feel like there's been a lot of this on and off with a specific person that you've been dealing with, and it's been somewhat toxic, okay? I do feel temporarily there could be a separation in your life from somebody who's been toxic, and that can be anyone. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest. Toxic workplace, toxic lover, toxic family environment, whatever the case is for you, I see a tower moment happening at the beginning of the year. It's not a bad thing. It's just preparing you for some sort of changes that are coming into your life. And I feel like this has a lot to do with some sort of attachment that you have from your past. Now, I'm going to mention this to you. If you are somebody who has a lot of goals in your life, you have things that you want to achieve and that you want to create in your life, it's going to be really important that you're honest with yourself about the things that you need to let go of. Okay. I don't think that you're going to be aware of this. I think it's something that's just going to happen in your life unexpectedly. But the good news here is that when this situation happens unexpectedly, you're finally going to be able to surrender to a situation that does not serve you anymore. And one of the things that the cards are asking you to be aware of is the seeds that you've planted in 2024. Some of you planted seeds in 2024 and you never really saw them grow. And it looks like there will be an opportunity to achieve or realize some sort of goal that you have in your mind that you've created. I feel like it's really important, whatever it is that you're putting your energy towards, that you're putting your energy towards things that are part of your growth. Okay. So whatever is a part of your growth, I feel like that's what you're going to be focusing on. You're moving into a new direction. But here's the thing that you have to be aware of. When you start to finally move into a new direction, I feel like there's a saying, right? I think you know the saying. How does the saying go? It goes, I think it's it's new levels, more devils, or something like that. So I feel like you're going to be moving to a completely new level in your life. You're going to be moving to this completely new level. And I feel like you're going to be challenged, but you can either choose to be held back by these challenges that you face, or you can choose to grow from them. And I feel like one of the things that is key for everybody, I don't think that this is just for Aries, because I mentioned this for Aries, but your values, sticking to your values and sticking to what you believe you deserve. Because if certain things happen in your life where you say to yourself, I want this and I want that X, Y, and Z, but you're not living as if you already have it, that could also be a challenge as well too. So it's almost like 2025 for you is a faith-based energy. If this is about love and you've been in situationships or you've been in toxic situations, now is going to be the time to really recognize whether or not a toxic situation is something that you want to continue, okay? Do you want to continue entertaining a toxic situation? And by you saying, no, I don't want to entertain a toxic situation anymore because I believe I deserve better, that is what leads to some sort of separation, okay? Because a lot of you want something better, but you keep going back to something that's just doesn't have value, right? So 2025 is all about your abundance. And what you really don't see coming, over the long run is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is everything that is connected to our goals, the things that are part of our destiny, the things that the universe brings to us that creates success in our lives. So essentially the message here is that a lot of you are creating or making room for things that are going to bring success into your life, but then also recognizing what you need to let go of from your past. 6 of Cups. Okay. And it's hard, right? Because there's a level of comfort here. A lot of you are comfortable with the past or things that are connected to the past. So 2025, 7 of Pentacles, there's a lot of reevaluation of where you're putting your money, where you're investing money, time, and energy. Okay. So I feel like the more you focus on the things that you want and you let go of the things that are toxic without feeling scared of doing that, that's the changes that I see coming for you in 2025. Okay. So what is the overall message? You have the 2 of Fire. And you have the Pelican, okay? So whenever I show you the cards, you can go and look up the, I call it a totem animal. So you can go look up the animal online and you can get information on that. So the Pelican, it says your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist in your endeavors or expand the number of people helping you. So this has a lot to do with teamwork. It has a lot to do with seeking out the right people. So recognize that if you're living in a situation where things are not going your way, you want things to get better, it's important to reach out to people that see your vision. And this has a lot to do with something that you're creating and you're doing, okay? So this is what I have for you, Taurus. We're going to move on to the next sign. Okay, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, Queen of Swords. You're in this place and moving into 2025 where you're becoming more assertive, okay? You're becoming more assertive in what you believe and what you want for yourself. So you're not allowing situations, people to basically pull the wool over your eyes. This is about you waking up to what's real and what's not real moving forward for you. I do strongly feel that 2025 for you has a lot to do with success, okay? Now, one of the things that you may or may not realize is that Jupiter has been in Taurus for quite some time now in sidereal, which is what really is happening in the sky. Now for you, 2025 is going to be your master year. Okay. I call it a master year because it's going to be one of the best years that you ever taste in your life. Okay. So what I'm essentially getting for you, Gemini, is for many of you, you're going to be unapologetically cutting crap out of your life. The crap. Okay. So there's been crap and, just ugly things that have been happening in your life, you're definitely going to be cutting it out. If there's certain groups of people that have not been supporting your vision and the things that you truly believe for yourself, you're going to be completely cutting it out. Okay. And that's what I see you doing. Now, you also have the Wheel of Fortune here, and the Wheel of Fortune is a great card because what the Wheel of Fortune is indicating to me is that everything is going to work out in your favor in 2025. Why is this happening? Because Jupiter is the luminary planet of luck, and it's going to be transiting your sign in sidereal astrology, and that's what's going to be actually happening. Now, if you are, let's say you're a Gemini in Western astrology, then you're actually really a Taurus in sidereal. Okay, so it's going to resonate if you are a Gemini in Western. Because this Jupiter was recently in Taurus. Okay. I think I'm making sense with that. So, if you're born a Gemini in Western, then you really are a Taurus. Okay. And if you are a Cancer, then you're really a Gemini, but doesn't matter. Either way, for you, Gemini, things are going to look very bright for you. The main message here for you is not to give up. Some of you are moving into 2025, and because of that Mars retrograde in your second house, in your financial house, a lot of you are going to say, what is going on financially? Why are things drying up for me? Or why does it seem challenging to make money? That's only temporary. And the way you can offset that is by really recognizing what resources you have within yourself to create value. And we talked about that at the beginning of the reading because people are finding it hard now to make money. One of the things that has really actually impacted a lot of us is the value that we bring to society. Okay. So, a lot of us are learning that in order to enhance our financial situation, we need to bring value to the marketplace that nobody else is doing. So really, this is the message here. And I feel like you're going to be very generous when it comes to giving that information or giving that knowledge to the public. And it's definitely going to be something that, brings you the type of reward that you're looking for. The Nine of Wands is about perseverance. It's about staying strong as long as you can to see the results. So a lot of the results and abundance that's coming into your life, it's going to actually happen for you when you don't give up. Okay. If you're somebody who's giving up and you're not persevering through the issues, then this is something that you need to hear at this time. And I definitely feel in 2025, moving into 2025, you're moving into this Queen of Swords energy, which has a lot to do with protecting what matters to you. You're not putting up with crap when you move into 2025. You're strong moving into 2025. Now, one of the things that's going to be very heightened for you that you need to be aware of is your intuition. So when you get an inkling of something, when you feel something, when you hear that inner voice, that inner calling of something, please listen to that because that's your intuition really allowing you to hone in on what you need to know at this time. Okay. I feel like if this has anything to do with love, and just keep in mind, not all the signs I'm going to be talking about love. If I see something about love, I'm going to mention it. If I see something about your finances, I'm going to mention it. Okay. Now for you, you have the King of Cups here with the Six of Swords. So I feel like there will be a point in time where there could be this waiting game or this on and off energy with somebody that you're in love with. Okay. I feel like this is happening because there's a difference of opinions here. There's a difference of vision for this connection between you and this person. So I do expect some sort of delays for you in love. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of you are focused more or less on what's good for you. Okay. So if you are dealing with someone who you've been on and off with or in and out with, listen to your intuition because your intuition is going to tell you if this person is actually the one that's meant for you. And I always recommend if you do end up dating someone or being with someone, always get some sort of report on this person, who they are astrologically, so that you can really save your time. Okay. And I always advocate that for all of you because, when you meet somebody, oftentimes people appear one way, but they end up being something totally different. Okay. So just keep this in mind. Moving forward into 2025, I also see for you that, you're coming out of this place out of 2024 with a lot of distractions. Okay. So I feel like in 2024 for you, there could have been a lot of these distractions, these illusions, this really uncertainty, pinpointing where you should be or what direction you should be moving into. 2025 changes all of that, because something in your life, when you finally have a new beginning, because many of you in 2025, you're starting something new. You're starting a different way of living, a different location, maybe a different relationship, maybe a different job. Whatever it is that you're doing, essentially, it is going to bring more balance into your life, okay? It's going to bring more balance. It's going to bring more abundance. And Jupiter is going to be working full time there for you in sidereal astrology. I think Jupiter is going to be in your sign for maybe the next 6 to 7 months, and then it's going to move out into Cancer in Western. But again, you still have Jupiter in that area of your chart, so it's really going to heighten opportunities. So if you're not taking advantage of opportunities that present themselves to you, that's something that you're being called to be open to. One of the things that you should also explore in 2025 is your creativity, because your creativity will also be heightened as well at this time, okay? So something in 2025 is set right after you start something new. So the message here is, don't be afraid to start something new that can really take you to the next level. So what is your important message for 2025? Okay, let's see. You have the 6 of water, okay, and you have the goose. So you can check up what the message here is of the goose. What does the goose mean? And there's little baby geese there. Okay, so you have the love and care of children could become an important part of your life, or people from your childhood may return to it. Old memories can be healed, or possible old childhood dreams are ready to be received. So I feel like this has a lot to do with your past. So right now in 2025, you're letting go of something connected to your past, but then also your past reemerges again. And the reason why it's reemerging for many of you is because there's some sort of old memories that are still there that need to be healed, okay? So there could be something to do with your past, people from your past, situations from your past. And that's why I feel like there's a new beginning that's happening for you. But if there is still some sort of issues connected to your past, that is something that you may need to resolve before moving forward into the future. And, you know, some of you are going to get that, some of you are not. But essentially, this is about completely letting go of an old way of living, or the old way, how you've thought, how you lived, and really moving into this new era. Because one of the things that I mentioned to you is when you start to have a new beginning and you actually let go of the past, but in peace, not just letting go of the past because, oh, I'm just going to run away from the past and that's it. It's letting go of the past in peace within yourself, which ultimately sets something right within you, which allows you to finally have a positive new beginning, not just any new beginning, but a positive new beginning that brings you results, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you, Gemini. We're going to move on to the sign of Cancer now. Okay, for you, Cancer, you have the Lovers as your main energy that's coming out for 2025. So there's a strong energy here of commitment, strong energy here of love that's coming into your life. And I feel this love that's coming into your life, it's going to bring stability. If you have been seeking someone who can bring you the stability, the commitment that you're looking for, I feel like 2025 is the year for you. Lots of abundance in love. There's a lot of this inner strength that you're learning to build within yourself. 9 of Cups, this is really good energy for you. So 2025 is a year of feeling fulfilled, okay? Abundance, fulfillment, happiness. The flow of life is going to be running through you. Now, if you are single, I feel like you're going to meet the one in 2025, okay? As cliche as that may sound, there is an opportunity for you to meet the one. Now, the important message here is to remain positive. If you're somebody who's been down and out on yourself, negative, thinking negatively, not believing in opportunities that are coming into your life, this could be something that you're being called to consider, okay? Because the love that's coming into your life, I'm seeing the Emperor here. So there's definitely a strong energy here of stability. Now, others of you, I feel during 2025, there's going to be a point in time, and it's going to vary because everybody's on different timelines. So part of the reading may resonate, other parts may not. But essentially, I see you disconnecting from a situation in your life, and it could be anything. Take it as it resonates. You're disconnecting from something in your life that just does not fulfill you anymore. It just simply doesn't fulfill you anymore. And that can be anything. And whatever the situation is that you're disconnecting from, and I feel like the reason why you're disconnecting from this is because it becomes so difficult for you. It becomes so burdensome. It becomes overwhelming for you that a lot of you say to yourself, you know what, it's time to go. It's time for me to disconnect from the situation. So when you finally disconnect from the situation, I see you taking the time to nurture yourself. I see you taking the time to focus on how to enhance your financial situation, how to become less dependent on others. Some of you have fallen into this trap, especially in 2024, where you've kind of depended on somebody, maybe financially or for your security in some way, shape, or form. And I think a lot of you have been envisioning this dream or this idea of becoming financially independent. It's like, I want to be financially independent. I don't want to feel attached to something here that's simply just not for me. So I feel with the Four of Swords, it says, I take the time I need to rediscover my vitality. When you finally choose to disconnect from this situation that's been nothing but burdensome for you, you're going to feel this upliftment that comes from within you. You're going to feel this feeling of, wow, things are great. Everything is working for me. It's working. It's amazing, right? So I feel with the Four of Swords here, there's going to be this deep period in your life in 2025 where you're going to do a lot of healing. And Mars is going to be in your sign until, I believe, April, May, something along those lines, where Mars is going to be retrograde. And a lot of you are going to start to feel this power within yourself, because what the retrograde actually represents for you, it actually represents finding power within yourself and using that inner power to recognize the value that you have within yourself, okay? And this is where the Nine of Pentacles comes in. So if you've been feeling this point in your life, Cancer, where you're like, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do this, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not... Let go of all those negative beliefs. Let go of all of those negative thoughts, negative talk, negative self, whatever you're doing when it comes to that. And recognize and realize that Mars is actually doing you a great service. The service that Mars is doing for you is recognizing and showing you how to find the inner strength within you as a person, instead of constantly looking outside of yourself, meaning waiting on somebody else or depending on somebody else for your inner resources. So this is the time now in 2025 where you ask yourself, how can I be resourceful? How can I find the inner strength within myself to create my reality and the things that I want? And also, most importantly, to believe that, because when Jupiter finally leaves Gemini, and it will, around 2026, I think that's the time that you can prepare for that. But 2025, you're going to feel the taste of lucky Jupiter in your sign. And there's going to be a lot of abundance. So when that finally happens for you, if you start doing the inner work now, you will be rewarded moving into the following year after 2025. Okay. New love is coming in for you. Ace of Cups. I see a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in. Whoever this person is coming into your life, if you're not married, there is a very high chance of you committing yourself to somebody in 2025. And you are making it known here. Okay, you're making it known that you are actually going to be gracefully disconnecting from your past. So anything from your past that has not been serving you, you're moving away from it. 2025 is a year of inner strength for you, and it's a year of a lot of self-work. So you're going to be doing a lot of work on your health, a lot of work on your emotions, a lot of work on your overall well-being, okay? So let's get your message. What's your message for 2025? What's your message for 2025? Your message for 2025 is the 7 of Fire. It says gecko. You have the gecko, so you can look up what the gecko means for you. There could be some sort of important message that you may need to hear about this, okay? So the gecko is here, and this is connected to the 7 of Fire. And it says, be assertive, believe in yourself. I just said that. Believe in yourself and don't let anybody take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. I love that. I love that. Congratulations, Cancer. All right, let's move on to the next sign. Okay, we're going to move on to the sign of Leo now. Leo 2025. Okay, Leo, you have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so some of you watching this can have the Queen of Swords energy, which is there's a fierce energy about you in 2025. You're moving into 2025 very assertive, okay? Very assertive, very logical, almost like a military energy. That's what I'm getting for you. Like a militant energy for Leo. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Wands. So the overall message for you moving into 2025 is that all the difficulties that you've been facing, all the burdens, all the things that have been holding you back, that's finally going to be released, okay? You're going to be released from anything that's been holding you back. It says, I love and care for myself first. So you're learning that it's okay to put yourself first. You don't always have to put everybody else before you, which is something that you obviously do. But you're learning to still care for other people, but also not to neglect yourself. I feel like there's an important message here about starting something new in 2025. So this could be connected to your finances. I feel like you could be planting a new seed, like a new investment. This could be a new investment in business, a new investment in a business that you own, a new investment maybe in your education or your knowledge. And something here is going to die within you. And what's dying within you is this past identity that you've had. So there's some sort of identity or way you used to appear or act to people that's changing. The way you act, the way you show up, the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you dress, all of these things are going to change within you. And I think what this is going to do for you is it's actually going to lead to this more positive and optimistic outlook of who you truly are, okay, moving forward. So essentially here with the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords is rock bottom. It's like something here in your life, it becomes so bad that you're like, there's no other way but up from here, literally. Like I cannot go any more down, literally, right? So I feel for you, Leo, there's a very strong energy here of the 10 of Swords of rock bottom. But during this rock bottom period that you go through, there's a huge positive light at the end of the tunnel, because it's showing you what you should change within yourself to become this ultimate abundant frequency that you're looking to become. I feel 2025 for you, there's so much potential to make money. So if you're somebody who's saying, hey, I want to make money, I want to be successful, I want to, start my business, or I simply want to be successful in general, I feel 2025 is your year financially for you, okay? Especially because we're moving into that era where everybody's waking up now. Everybody's becoming more conscious of their inner capabilities, including you. There's a lot of abundance here. Love, luck, money. I do feel there is a bit of this toxic energy, okay, that is surrounding your life, but it is coming to an end. We see that with the Death here and the Tower. So there's certain structures in your life. And again, everybody's life is different. So I can't touch specifically on your life, but generally what I can say for Leo is there's something in your life that's been toxic. Okay. It can be a home environment. It could be a relationship. It could just simply be something internally that you're going through. It's been extremely toxic. And a lot of you are saying to yourself, I'm letting it go now. I'm for real this time. I'm letting it go. So I see you getting help. I see you getting therapy. I see you getting, very serious about taking action of letting go of something here that's very bad, that's been holding you back, that's been toxic. And some of you, this is a relationship, like just being involved with people who really don't care about you, who are really just there to abuse, right? So you're moving into a new direction. And in 2025, there's a completely new era that's coming in for you. There's a new cycle. There's a new way of living that's coming in for you, okay? So one of the things that I see you working on, okay, and some of you are going to agree and others of you may not, but let's just keep it real in the readings, because that's why I'm here, to keep it real with you and let you know what you really need to know. The Six of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles is about completely choosing to let go of overgiving, okay? If you're somebody who's constantly generous, overgiving, in 2025, you're going to learn that the real true love is time. It's not always giving somebody money or a gift. Sometimes true love is time that you spend with somebody. So a lot of you are changing how you do things. You're changing your identity. You're changing how you show up. And you're doing this because you want more abundance in your life. And what the cards are saying is that in order for you to receive more money, to receive more love, to receive more abundance in your life, it's super important that you recognize the old self within you that's dying. And that's why you're coming in as the militant, okay, in 2025. You're very military-like. I'm going to do things like this. I'm going to go to bed on time. I'm going to wash my face before bed. I'm going to brush my teeth. You're doing all of these things that is creating this militant-like energy so that you can actually allow abundance to flow into your life. And this is why I feel for you 2025, is all about a new beginning. It's a new direction that you're taking in your life to prepare for the floodgates to open and for the abundance to come in, okay? So let's get your important message, Leo. What's your important message? Okay, so your important message, we have the Nine of Water, okay, which is the Nine of Cups. Wow. I feel like 2025 is going to be a year of really emotionally letting go of something, okay? I see a lot of crying. It's like you're releasing something here, okay? And I feel like you have the Pomeranian dog. The Pomeranian dog. So you can look up Pomeranian dog and see what that means for you. It says, now's the time when your dreams come true. Wow. Congratulations. I want to clap for you. Now is the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude for all that you have and all that is still to come. Okay. So this is what I have for you, Leo. We're going to move on to the next sign. Keep in mind, if you are watching this, it is going to be a premiere, so you're not going to be able to move through the timestamps until the end of the reading. So for those of you that are asking, because I know you're going to ask about that, just keep that in mind, okay? Okay, Virgo. Just going to be conscious of the time, Virgo. Ace of Swords, Virgo, for you. 2025 is about you truly getting clear on the vision that you have for the rest of your life. What's really coming in for you? I do see for many of you, there's going to be a solid, stable relationship that's either already in your life or will be coming into your life. I feel like if there's been people in your life that have been taking you for granted, that haven't really appreciated the things that they have been doing for you, I do strongly feel that you're going to be disconnecting from certain people that have been pressurizing you and doing certain things. If you've been in a job that's been inconsistent and that you've been committed to for quite some time, I also see that you may abandon this job because you are looking for bigger or better opportunities. So 2025 is a year of clarity for you. You start to really wake up, like more than any other sign. You're like, what? I can't believe this is happening, or what? I can't believe that's happening. You literally start to see the truth before your eyes. And you come out of this Maya, okay? So living in this false reality is the Maya. Living in this reality of lies, deception, dishonesty, all of that stuff. And you start to realize what really matters to you. One of the things that is super important to you is a relationship. Okay. Some of you may watch this and say, no, I'm single. I don't care about love. But I think majority of you watching this as Virgo, you're going to realize in 2025, there's somebody here that you really love. Okay. Even if you're single now and you're watching this in 2024, you're going to realize very quickly that somebody here really likes you and they want to be with you. I feel like this person that you end up being with, it's going to be like a puppy love. It's going to be, ooh, sweet and cute. But then over time, it becomes more serious. And you are being asked or called in these cards, what the cards are saying is to trust in the flow of life. Because when you least expect something to go a certain way or be a certain way, it ends up actually working in your favor. Anything that is not in alignment with your process of stability, with your process of what you believe for yourself internally, you're going to completely let go of it. Okay. So 2025 is a year of, I no longer believe in this stupidity. I no longer believe in this silliness. I'm no longer going to be the fool or the laughing clown. It's like you're not dumb anymore. And I'm not saying that you were dumb before. I'm just saying that your lights are turned on finally. And you're saying, oh, okay, I now realize that I don't have to do that. I'm not obligated to do that. So a lot of you at one point, you may have felt obligated to do something, to treat somebody a certain way or to act a certain way. And now you're saying, who cares? Like, what is really going to make me happy? What's going to make me feel good within myself? Because that's truly all that matters. So you're working on committing yourself to things that are going to bring you the stability that you seek in life, regardless of what anybody has to say about it. And you are on your own path and your own journey. So throughout this awakening that you go through in 2025, and it will bring you to this breakthrough of success because you're no longer being consumed by this veil. There's like a veil, in front of your face that, you don't see things. So essentially here, you're no longer allowing something here to bother you. You're no longer letting something hurt you or bother you. You're saying, okay, whatever, I'm going to let it go and move forward. So 2025 is an I don't care year. I'm doing what's good for me. I don't care if you like me or you don't like me. What is my inner calling? What is my true path to myself? Because if I'm not happy with myself, then really who cares about what everybody else thinks? So abandoning things that are not stable, abandoning situations that pressure you, that don't bring you that inner security. And most importantly, the soulmate energy is coming in, okay? So you're going to meet somebody in 2025, and you can come back to this reading in 2025 to see if it manifested for you. You're going to meet somebody that you're deeply fallen in love with. And if you've already met that person, your timeline is way ahead. Congratulations. But if you haven't, and you're somebody who's maybe, moving towards love, that's what I see coming in for you, okay? So let's see what your message is here for Virgo. Your eyes are going to open up in 2025. Okay. You're no longer going to wear those blinders that you've been wearing on your face for so long is the message here. 10 of Fire, you have the Saint Bernard dog. You're working far too hard. You're working far too hard, I guess. Okay. And the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life, okay? So if you're somebody who's been in this illusion of, I need to work to make the money, I need to overdo myself, 2025, I feel like you're going to be stepping back and you're going to realize, you know what? It's time for me to step back a little bit. It's time for me to take a break and to really ask yourself if the journey that you're on is truly something that is in alignment with what you truly want and need, okay? So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Let's move on to the next sign. Okay, Libra. You have the Temperance, okay? So I feel like moving into 2025, there's a bit of this calming energy. It's like you're relieved of something here that maybe, has been maybe holding you back a little bit. But either way, what I'm getting here for you is that you finally have disconnected from something that's been very burdensome for you. 2025, you're disconnecting from things that no longer fulfill you. And you're also focusing on this inner peace within you, okay? One of the things that is going to be paramount for you in 2025 is collaborating. So the more you work with other people, the more you collaborate, the more abundance you receive. Anything to do with conflict, anything that doesn't serve your inner peace is something that I feel like you're going to be ignoring. So there's a lot of this, if there's conflict that shows up, you're like, I don't care about it. If somebody tries to attack you, I don't care about it. You're not focused on the things that have created some sort of conflict within your life. So really what's happening is you're learning to perfectly manifest what you want by doing that. Okay. This is what 2025 is all about for you. The Page of Swords is about looking at every detail. Okay. So 2025, and you could just already be this kind of person that you're constantly looking at details. You're constantly focusing on what is truly important to you. So essentially, I feel for you, many of you, you're moving away from something here. I don't know if you're physically moving or if you are planning on starting a new life. But whatever it is that you're doing or you're moving away from, it's going to allow you to finally have that inner peace. Okay. Because for quite some time, there's something here about having a lack of inner peace. Okay. I think my fire was on for too long. It said, I don't think you need me anymore. And it shut off. So some of you are literally moving away from things that take away your life energy. And you're saying, I want to feel alive again. I want to feel this true abundance, and you want to achieve some sort of important goals within yourself. So I see you moving. Okay. And I see you having a completely new beginning. Some of you during this 2025 era, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time moving. Okay. There's something here about finding it difficult to move, finding it difficult to, essentially disconnect from a situation that's not working for you. So I see you traveling in 2025. And in 2025, you can be traveling to various locations to truly see where you want to put yourself, where you want to park yourself. So 2025 is a busy year for you. There's a lot of movement that's taking place. But your reading is very simple. Okay. Your reading is very simple. Your reading is essentially saying collaboration's key, number one. Taking your time is number two. And number three is really focusing on this conflict that you have. There's a conflict that keeps arising in your life. And for some of you, this is location. For some of you, this is trying to accomplish and achieve your goals. So I really do strongly feel there is this exit that's happening in 2025. I don't know where you're going. Some of you don't even know where you're going, but essentially what this is telling me is that you're preparing to take action towards the things that are truly important to you. Okay. So let's get your random message. I'm just going to pull a random card. You have the Ace of Water. So some of you could be attracting a new love or a new passion into your life. And this is the Ace of Cups energy, and you have the Dove. So you can check out what the Dove means for you for 2025. It says, this is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of a spiritual gift and insight. So a lot of you want to realize these things that you have within yourself, but it may be difficult for you to get to this point of feeling free and feeling abundant if you remain being in some sort of toxic environment or toxic situation, because there's something here about conflict in 2025 that you're saying, I don't care about it anymore. I want to start new. I want to be at peace, and I want to focus on what is important to me. Okay. So I definitely see a huge new beginning that's happening for you, but some of you don't know how this new beginning is going to happen, but it will eventually happen when you travel and you move around and you see what works for you. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Libra. We're going to move on to the sign of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, you have the Ten of Swords. I feel like 2025 is a year of endings for you, okay? So something here is closing out for you. Things have been a little bit difficult for you. There's a feeling of betrayal. There's a feeling of loneliness. There's a feeling of uncertainty and not really knowing what's going on. However, 2025 brings, if you're interested in love or you're interested in just security coming into your life, I feel like there's going to be a brand new beginning that happens for you. And it is coming in slowly, but there's going to be some sort of major changes that happen in your life in 2025. And I feel like this is very much connected to your love life. If you've been dealing with somebody who's been on and off or in and out of your life for quite some time, that is going to be set right, and that's going to come to an end. I see a brand new beginning that's going to be taking place for you. And this brand new beginning that's taking place worries you a little bit. The reason why it worries you is because you're not quite aware of how things are going to go for you. There's a lot of this uncertainty connected to your life. But I feel strongly here that in order for things to go the way that you want them to, it's really important that you remember this one thing. The one thing that you're being called to remember is to protect what matters to you. Some of you feel helpless, okay, moving into 2025. You feel like somebody's cheating, lying, stealing from you, taking advantage of you. And I think that this year is about you truly recognizing what is no longer serving you. This is the hardest thing to do, to recognize what you may need to let go of, okay? And when you finally choose to let go of something here that really isn't for you, I feel like bigger and better things come in. I see if you're looking for like a love offer, I see this coming in for you and a new beginning's happening when you completely let go of the things in your life that aren't serving you, okay? So it can be certain friends, certain environments, certain people, certain lifestyles, certain mentalities, thoughts, feelings, all of this stuff. I'm just going to say this, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you are going along with a relationship that's not healthy for you. Like it's literally not healthy for you and you're just going along with it, okay? So I feel like if you are in a relationship where you're not feeling or getting this fulfillment, it's important that you are honest with yourself, because the more you attach yourself to this thing that doesn't really serve you, the more you feel powerless, okay? Many of you are going to find the power to completely abandon something here. Intuitively, you're going to know it's time for you to abandon something that's just simply not working for you, okay? So it's a very straightforward message. You don't have, there's not much here for you in terms of what you need to know. It's very straightforward. Toxic situation, toxic environment. And a lot of you have been trying to have a new beginning for quite some time, and it's been very difficult for you to have a new beginning, but you eventually decide to have one once you abandon this situation that's been holding you back, okay? You have the King of Air, which is my military card. So you have intelligence, impartial, respected, and unemotional. So this situation that you find yourself stuck in, you're going to eventually realize that you need to be unemotional about it, okay? And you have the humpback whale. The humpback whale. Perfect card for Scorpio, the humpback whale. Okay. So you have at this time, it is very important that you communicate clearly, of course, and be objective and unemotional and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. So again, a lot of you are stuck in a situation. You no longer want to be stuck in this situation. You're trying to find a way out. New beginning is going to come in for you when you completely abandon something here that your intuition is telling you to do. Okay. And that's the main message for you for 2025. It's not a long one, but that's what I'm seeing for you. Okay. So let's move on to the next sign. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Okay, you have the Eight of Wands. Lots of travel, Sagittarius, for you in 2025. I feel like you're going to have a new vision for your life. You know, you're looking back on the past, where you've come from, and, you know, really looking forward to where you're going. I think one of the things that you're going to realize in your life, that there's certain things that you were doing in 2024 that were extremely toxic. And now you're at this point right now where you're tired of being in this place of feeling stuck. There is definitely a difficult situation, rock bottom situation, that is coming to an end for you. And intuitively, it is time for you to also abandon things and completely let go of things that have not been serving you anymore. I think one of the things that you need to consider here in 2025 is you are going to be starting to make empowered choices and decisions in your life. Your past, the things that you've done in your past, may have affected your ability to see the results that you want to see currently in the present moment. So I do feel for many of you with the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, there is this feeling moving into 2025 of no longer wanting to feel stuck. Okay, so if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling like your life doesn't have meaning, that's going to change in 2025, because you're no longer going to be in this place of worrying and stressing yourself out about situations. I think one of the things that is going to empower you in 2025 is learning to be in the present moment, learning to recognize your goals, and then taking practical steps towards them. So, you know, intuitively, you're going to know what you need to let go of. It's the same thing that I mentioned to Scorpio. You could have Scorpio somewhere really strong in your chart, like the moon or the rising Scorpio or stellium. Yeah, 2025 is a year of what have I been toxically focusing on? What has been my main vision, or what are the things that I keep running back to that aren't healthy and good for me? And are these things, you know, things that are holding me back? So because you're identifying these things in your life that may have been holding you back, you're going to realize with the Eight of Wands that it is time to take action. It is time to start making plans. It is time now, Sagittarius, for you no longer to be in this comfort zone. Okay. So if you've been in this comfort zone for quite some time, you're now looking at your life in 2025 and you're saying, I want stability. I want to be like this. I want to experience that. I want to travel. I want to do this. So there's all these things that you want to do, but you're also recognizing and realizing that certain behaviors that you've been doing in your life up until this point may have not really been serving the overall picture that you want for your life. So essentially, there's a lot of cleaning house here in 2025, right? Slashing out anxiety, slashing out this feeling of being alone, slashing out this feeling of uncertainty when it comes to your life in general. You have the number 8, Elephant. And the Elephant is the card of justice. Okay. And you have fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of the disagreement. So there could be something in your life that has been out of balance for quite some time. And I did pick that up. So again, a lot of you are saying, why haven't I achieved this or that? In 2025, you finally have an opportunity to achieve all the things that you want, okay? And this is happening because the things that have been out of balance in your life for quite some time are finally going to find their way back into balance, okay? So let's move on to the sign of Capricorn. Let's move on to the sign of Capricorn. Okay, for you, Capricorn, we have the King of Pentacles, which is you. You're definitely allowing yourself to accept certain things in your past that weren't healthy for you, okay? Certain relationships, certain people, you're looking back on your life and you're saying, why did I entertain that person or that situation here in the past? I think you're coming out of this space now, Capricorn, where trust was a big thing for you, okay, in the past. Just trusting and taking care of the things that are important to you. And I think you're becoming a lot more mature, okay, in 2025. 2025 is this year of like, I'm more mature, I'm more aware of what's going on. You're definitely letting go of things from your past that may have affected you on a very deep level, especially with Capricorn finally moving into Aquarius and Western. Because generally, if you are a Capricorn in Western, you're actually Sagittarius and Vedic. So you do feel these changes that are coming into your life. And one of the things that I see here for you is the Ace of Cups. So brand new love is coming in for you. And I feel like this new love that's coming into your life, it could be a new, it could be a child. It could be, like you actually having your own child. It could, it can also be just new love that's coming in. This new energy that's coming into your life is one that brings so much healing to you. It brings so much maturity into your life that through this new beginning that takes place for you, there's huge opportunities that are coming into your life. So anything in your life that has led to this instability, this toxic energy, toxic behavior, I feel like that is all going to change for you in 2025. If you're looking for financial abundance, I see it coming in for you in 2025 because what's happening for you is there's going to be tons of opportunities to become more financially successful, tons of opportunities to maybe start your own business if you haven't done that already. And things are going to start getting easier for you in 2025. So if things have been super difficult for you, just like I said to Virgo, okay, you share something here with Virgo, you're starting to see through the illusion, okay? Really, you're starting to wake up every single day. Some of you are watching this and saying, I was already aware of that. But you're going to become even more aware of things in 2025 moving forward. So what's coming to an end for many of you, not necessarily what's coming to an end, but what's transforming and changing for you is the Knight of Cups. This energy of inconsistency in love, not really truly knowing what love truly means to you until it actually happens to you personally. So you're leaving certain behaviors behind and, maybe certain things that fulfilled you at one point in your life no longer fulfill you, okay? Certain ways of thinking, feeling, acting, being. That's all going to change for you. And there's something better that's coming in for you. You are, I see for you, there's an opportunity here about, there's something here about an opportunity about becoming independent. Okay. There's something here about becoming independent, becoming financially abundant. There's definitely something here about your financial situation. There's going to be an opportunity that is presented to you in 2025 to become more financially abundant. So if you're somebody that's been attached to a certain job that's really been holding you back, etc., there's definitely something here about you having an opportunity to let go of certain ways of living. Your lifestyle and all of that is definitely going to be coming to an end. The negativity that's connected to that. So one of the things that you faced last year was a lot of hardship, okay, with Pluto there in your sign. A lot of hardship, a lot of challenges, a lot of brutal truths that have been coming into your life. But that's changing for you, which is a good thing. And you're seeing through the illusion. So I see new love. I see you finally achieving something that you've always wanted to achieve in your life. There's definitely a strong energy here of healing, a new child coming into your life, or simply a new love that's coming in. You have the Three of Fire, which is the sea turtle. It says, here's the sea turtle. That's your card. And it says, stop to take time to review and make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past success. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all your accomplishments. But you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. Okay. So I feel like, a lot of you may be saying, oh, it's, this reading sounds too good to be true. No, you need to be patient. Okay. When you're patient and you look for the opportunities in 2025, I promise you they're going to be there and they're going to present themselves to you, but you have to be the one willing to look and see those opportunities and then patiently move towards them. Okay. And that's the message for you that I have. Okay. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you. Let's move on to the next sign. We have 2 more signs to go and then we're going to finish this up. Make sure you hit the like button, please. And you also leave a comment. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell notification button. A lot of you are saying, I don't get your uploads. It's because you haven't hit the bell notification button. That's still relevant in 2024 and 2025. So yeah, just make sure you're doing that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so for Aquarius, what's going on for Aquarius in 2025? The Chariot. So what I feel for you, Aquarius, is you're moving forward, okay? So if you're still in this place of allowing situations to continuously hold you back, it is time now to focus primarily on what is going to bring you the abundance that you seek at this time. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Cups. So in 2025, you're learning how to be more open to the way you feel about things, your heart, your emotions. If you're somebody who has been ignoring your emotions or ignoring your feelings when it comes to a certain situation, you're definitely moving out of that energy. I see a relationship in 2025, okay, that's been on and off for quite some time, but it appears that you are learning to be happy alone, okay? And here's the thing, if you've been in a relationship that's been on and off, in and out, on and off, somebody here isn't committed to you and you're saying to yourself, why aren't they committing to me? What's wrong with me? What's going on? I think the main message here for you is learning how to be happy on your own. Showing people that you have the inner abundance within yourself, because this is what the Queen of Pentacles is all about. The Queen of Pentacles is all about inner abundance. So a lot of you are learning that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to just do your own thing. When you start to come to this place of being confident within yourself, not that you're not confident now, but you're learning this inner confidence, not outer confidence, but this inner confidence within yourself, that you no longer are going to be in this place of worry, right? You're no longer going to be in this place, Nine of Swords, of worry. I'm uncertain of this, I'm uncertain of that kind of energy. So you're moving into a completely new direction. Anything that is not serving you in 2024, you're not going to allow it to hold you back in 2025. And the whole entire year for you, if you want to know the overall energy and how it's going to work for you, the overall energy is going to work for you in a way where you're going to be completely detaching yourself from things that do not support your emotional well-being, okay? Not your mental well-being, because you don't have a problem mentally with things logically, but emotionally there's something here that's really been bothering you for quite some time, and you're no longer going to be in this place of allowing it to hold you back. So essentially the Nine of Cups is talking about what is going to fulfill you and what's going to make you happy. There's no longer this energy of, okay, I'm going to wait around until certain things happen for me. I'm no longer going to feel like happiness comes from outside of me. I'm starting to believe that happiness comes from within me. And as you go through this process of changing and moving forward, because that's what the Chariot is all about, you're going to move closer and closer to this deep love that you're looking for. You're looking for the type of love. And it's not that you're looking, it's just that you're open to it, right? You're looking essentially and you're open to love that is going to be genuine, okay? It's going to be someone who genuinely sees you, recognizes you, and loves loves you for who you are, more or less than not just what's on the outside, but what you offer from within, right? So essentially, I see a very strong energy here of happiness, love, abundance, peace, success, happiness, all of that for you. So if you decide to do this, okay, instead of allowing, because here's what I'm getting for you. I'm getting something here about manifestation, okay? One of the things that have been appearing to me, and I feel I'm very strongly connected to you, Aquarius, in the sense of when we're talking about manifestation, because some of you are watching this and you're saying, yes, I'm watching subliminals and I'm trying to manifest everything that I want in my life. It's very important that you start living that type of way, okay? You start acting and living that type of way to achieve everything that you want. So I feel like you're in a place now where you're seeing certain things in your life outside that you don't like. And you're saying, I don't like that. I want things to change. But in order for them to change, and this is what you're learning in 2025, you're learning not to be so focused on what you see outward, but more or less looking at what you see inward, okay? Or what you're feeling inward, because that's going to determine what's happening outside. So you're going to start disconnecting from this idea of trying to control things on the outer, okay? When people act a certain way, instead of getting upset with them, you're saying, you know what, do what you need to do. I'm going to focus on my internal world because I'm creating the things that I want for myself. So this is a very complex situation, but I see you awakening in the sense of continuing to move forward until you see and create the type of lifestyle that you want. And it may be you changing the behavior, okay, how you're acting from within, not necessarily what's happening outside, but what's going on inside. You know, like for example, let's say you're trying to attract your soulmate, or you're trying to attract a marriage or a connection or a commitment, Two of Cups in the Hierophant. You know, are you committed to yourself just as much as you would be committed to somebody in a relationship? And if the answer is no, then this is something that I see you working on. Okay. So it's a process for you, but essentially in 2025, you're learning how to be more loving and how to manifest and take control from within in order to create that which you want to see on the outside. Okay. You have the Seven of Fire. You also have the Gecko. Okay. Somebody else got the Gecko as well. I think it was Scorpio. Okay. So you have be assertive, believe in yourself. Oh no, I think Cancer got this one. Yes. And don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. Okay. So that's the message that I have for you, Aquarius. We're going to move on to Pisces. Okay. Pisces. Okay, so for you, Pisces, you have the Eight of Cups as your overall energy. I see you choosing to move away from a certain situation in your life, or at least giving it space where you seek out new opportunities and new paths for you to take in your life. I see you also in this place of becoming more assertive and more aware of what works for you and what doesn't. There's a little bit of anxiety or fear when it comes to certain people in your life. So really the message here is to choose your friends and your company wisely. I do feel there's going to be an opportunity for love that shows up for you in 2025. Could be a relationship. A lot of you are asking, should I pursue this connection? Should I take action towards this connection? And I think what's really important for you, Pisces, with the High Priestess is to listen to your intuition, because your intuition is going to guide you on where you need to go. Some of you are dealing with somebody who emotionally has been on and off with you, in and out, on and off, not giving you the support and love that you feel you truly deserve. So I feel in 2025, something that's, kind of been dangling in your field of knowledge, in your life in general, is really going to come to your attention. And you may say, I need to make a decision about this situation. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I disconnect? Should I not disconnect? because I feel like there will be a point in time in 2025 and there's an alignment that's happening in your sign where an ending is going to take place. It's almost like a rock bottom ending. But I feel like this has a lot to do with something in your life that's been out of balance for quite some time. And I feel like it's finally going to come back into balance for you. Okay. So if you're looking for justice, if you're looking for fairness, all of this stuff is going to be set right for you because, like I said, something here has been out of balance for quite some time. It's caused you a lot of stress. But I feel like 2025 is the year where you say to yourself, you know what? I think it's time for me to disconnect from this. I really do. It could be a relationship. It could be, for some of you, a divorce. And again, why is this happening? Because it's been happening for quite some time. I don't feel that this is going to happen out of the blue for you. I feel like it's more or less something that's been bothering you for quite some time that you're saying to yourself, is this finally going to be resolved? Is it going to be finally fixed? Because in 2025, you have the Lovers and the Three of Swords. So there's this pain that you've been holding on to for quite some time, and you may not be honest with others about it, but I feel like this is more of an internalized feeling. There's some sort of pain that you've been feeling for quite some time. And now, you know, intuitively, you're ready for either a new direction or to redesign your life in some way, shape, or form. If you're interested in love, I feel like 2025 is when you meet the one. Okay, you may meet a soulmate. You may meet somebody here who is going to truly give you that love that you truly seek and want. I see you attracting an air sign. Okay, somebody who's very logical, very down to earth, very astute. And this can even be a friend, you know, somebody who's going to support you in your well-being and in your development, because what you're letting go of, what you're slashing out of your life is fear, anxiety, worry. And oftentimes the reason why that comes up for you is because a lot of you are realizing that what's important is listening to your inner guidance. You have a very strong inner guidance within yourself to truly guide you on the right path, to help you know the direction that you need to be in. So when you do hit this place of rock bottom where something that always worked one way doesn't work anymore for you, it's because something that was out of balance is finally going to come back into balance, and it's going to allow you to come out of this place of feeling pain, because there's something here about pain, sadness. And a lot of you in 2025, you no longer want to feel this. You want to come out of this pain, this feeling of feeling held back. Okay. And this is what 2025 is about. It's about a major ending that's coming into your life, but it's going to allow you to completely move to the next level. Okay. So what is your important message? Let's see what your important message is. You have the Ace of Fire. Wow. This is a beautiful card. Okay. And you have the White Tiger, and it says, a wonderful new opportunity presents itself. It may have come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every possibility. So here's the thing. When I talk about something here coming to an end, it's coming to an end because it was never really for you, or it was just simply, it's lived its life already. Okay. So there's something new that's going to present itself to you. And I feel like you're going to be so happy when this new opportunity comes into your life. And it's something that you've been waiting for quite some time. So I think the message here for you, Pisces, is to prepare for this. Really prepare for this vision, this new direction that you've wanted to move into, because in 2025, it's finally happening for you. Okay. So this is what I have for you. I hope all of you got something from these readings. If you want more all signs, please hit the like button, okay, before you leave. Also, leave a comment and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification button so that I can come back on and do these readings for you. I'm going to do some more updates on 2025 as well if I get a chance to. I want to thank you all so much for tuning into this reading, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.